Hi guys, Andy here again from Madla Designs, continuing the playthrough of One Deck Dungeon. In the last episode I showed you the setup briefly, went over the cards briefly, but now we are going to start playing. And on your turn you can do one of two things. You can either explore or you can enter a room. Now you can only enter a room if there are cards on the table to enter. As we have no cards, we are going to explore. That's going to be our first turn. And when you explore, you deal out 4 cards, or you deal out as many cards as you can to make up to 4. Okay, so if I'd been playing, say I'd been playing for a little while and I only had 2 cards out and I wanted to explore, then I would deal another 2 out. If, for example, I'd have 3 out and I wanted to explore, I would then just deal 1 out. And again, if I only had 1 and I wanted to explore, I would deal 3 out to make up to 4. You always make up to 4. Okay, so as we do not have any rooms, because once these are laid out, these are classed then as rooms, and then you can start entering the rooms. But as we do not have any rooms we can enter on our first turn, we need to explore. However, doing things takes time. When you explore, it takes time. When you enter a room, it takes time. First of all, we're going to look at the boss, okay? Because the boss tells us we need to do something. I'm going to zoom in and then let you have a look. Okay, so before we begin anything, we're going to look at this particular area of the boss. And it says Hall of Statues. Spend these hourglass symbols before your first turn on each floor. And also, if you look at the turn reference, each turn we need to spend 2 of these timers, then either explore or enter a room. So how does time work? What's time all about? Well, when we need to represent time, that is taking cards off the dungeon deck and then just discarding them. Now this dungeon deck here, with all the cards, once we've gone through all these cards in the dungeon deck, we then move on to the second floor. And as each floor gets progressively harder, it's going to be a juggling between trying to get through these cards and then trying to get all the skills and all the weapons and everything else. So when we start off, it says we need to spend 5 time cards before your first turn on each floor. So the first thing we're going to do, I'll move that out of the way, is we need to just discard 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you can see, we're now starting to get further down the deck and we haven't even got anything yet. Next up, so that section is done on our first floor. Then we go to the turn reference. The first thing we need to do is spend another 2 of these cards. Okay. So then we can take our turn. Well, we can't explore a room. We don't have any rooms. So, sorry, and we're not going to enter a room because I don't have any. We're going to explore. So that means just putting 4 cards out. And that's our turn over with. So we're moving on to the next turn. And again, at the start of the turn, we need to spend 2 of these. As you can see, we're going to go through these quite quick. Okay, so now we can either explore or enter a room. Well, we've already got 4 cards out. We can't explore, so we need to enter a room. So we need to pick a room. We shall pick, I don't know, we'll pick this one. So we're going to enter a room and then we're going to do whatever it says in this room. Let's take a closer look at this. So we have a plague rat, and as you can see, there's various things on here. These and this and this are our rewards when we defeat the rat. In fact, we don't have to defeat the rat. Okay, in this game you don't have to defeat things in order to get the card for the special abilities around the edge. However, this is what we need to take focus of, because we are going to be rolling dice and trying to fill these boxes. So this here, this long box here, it says we need to roll agility dice. Here we need to roll agility dice, and here we need to roll agility dice, and here we have 2 combat dice. So there's no magic at all. It's just agility dice and combat dice. So that's the pink and the yellow dice we're going to be rolling. Now the X is a special ability. X equals 4 per open door, including this one. So this door has been opened, so that's going to equal 4. If any other doors in the dungeon of the 4 doors were open, then that would be another 4. However, we've only got this door open, so this is now going to be 4. So we're going to be rolling agility dice, and we need to get a 4 to put into this box. We also need to roll agility dice and get a 3 and a 5. This symbol here says you need to fill this box before any other boxes. If you cannot fill this box, it doesn't matter what else you roll, you cannot fill these boxes. That's armour. So we need to roll our agility dice, and it just so happens we have 1 agility dice. So there's no way we can fill all these boxes. Okay, so let's say for example I am not going to attack this. You don't have to attack anything, but for this example here I'm just going to quickly show you if I did attack it. So looking at this, we need to roll a 4 because this is the only open door. We actually got a 5, so we could place that into that box there. Okay, we couldn't place it into any other boxes because it has the armour, and that needs to be filled first. Now if I was going ahead and attacking this, this is the only thing I could do. So what would happen then is any boxes that are unfilled, you will take the penalty. So for example this box, I would take 1 wound, and then I would have to discard 1 card because it takes 1 time. This box isn't filled, so this is going to take 2 time. I'm going to have to discard 2 cards. I'm going to have to take another wound and discard a card, and then discard another card if I didn't fill these boxes. However, you don't have to fill the boxes. You can take the penalty, and then you can take the card and use it for various things. But I'm not going to attack this plague rat, so I'm going to put that back. You don't have to attack something once you've turned it over, once you've opened the door. We can just run away from it, and that would be our turn over. So we go to our next turn. Well, we can't explore because we've all got four things. So as per the turn reference, we're going to have to spend 2 time, and then we can open another door, and I think we'll open this door. We have a bandit. Okay, so again there's lots of agility to fill in. So this box needs 8. A small box like this means we can only use 1 dice to put in. So we can only use 1 dice to get a 3, 1 dice to get a 5. However, this long box means we can use as many dice as we like to get this 8. I've only got 1 agility, so I am not going to go for that neither. I'm going to leave that there. On to the next turn. I'm going to have to spend 2 cards as per the turn reference. Then we're going to open another door. We'll open this one. And we have a trap. Okay, with traps you can do either this or that. Okay, if we do this one, we're going to be using our magic die. However, we have to burn another 3 cards, or we can run past it using our agility. We only have one only have 1 agility die, so there's no way on earth we're going to get a 14. However, we do have 3 magic die. Let's see. I think I'm going to try and tackle this. However, it's going to cost me another 3 dungeon cards in time. So that's 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to roll my magic die, my blue die, and I need to get an 11, at least an 11. Okay, let's see what we get. We get a 6. Oh dearie me. Okay, so that 6 is not going to fill that 11 box. So we have failed. However, because we haven't filled this box, we are going to take this penalty. So we're going to take 3 hits. And yet another 2 time. However, we do get this card. So now we can add this to our hero. We can do that in a number of ways. If I place it underneath like this, it becomes another skill in which I can roll a hero die when in combat, so then I can get myself a hero die and always roll a hero die in combat. Or I can add it like this, which gives me another magic die and another hit point. I've got the choice of adding those like that to my hero, or if you can see here, we have 4 lanterns. These are experience points. I could, if I wanted to, place this here like this, and I've already got 4 of the 7 I need to level up. So I've got plenty of choices how I am going to use this. However, I think that sun's getting a bit bright. Okay, however, my hero card here says place a heroic dice here if you open a door with 4+ of these lanterns. Well, I have opened a door with 4+ of these lanterns, so I can now take a hero die, place that on my card. And I think I will take this as a skill, and I'm going to pop it underneath there. And if you look at our level 1 card, we can get an extra 2 skills. I've already got 1. And then we can get another item as well. Oh yes, one thing I forgot to mention, and I forgot, and I knew I would, is that you need to fill these boxes in as well. So I should have tried to roll a 3. You'll see that again as we play, but I forgot that. I'll try and remember that. That is our turn over with. Get all our dice back, and we can now either explore and draw a card, or we can enter this room. But whatever we do, we need to draw another 2 cards, and I think we shall enter this room. And we have another bandit. Okay, I think I'm going to run away from him. That's my turn over with. We're going to have to spend another 2 on my turn. And we can either go for one of these or explore. I'm going to explore. Means putting a face down card there. That's that turn over with. Move on. And we are going to, we'll have to explore this. And we have another trap. Flame statues. We can disenchant them, or we can dodge them. Disenchant, we're going to lose. We need to spend 3 cards for time, and then if we fail, another 3 cards for time. I might have to do that because I don't have enough agility. Right, so I'm going to disenchant it, which means I need to get rid of 3 of these. So I'm going to roll and try and get an 8. Okay, now I cannot roll my black die because I'm only allowed to roll it. Oh, wait a minute. That die's for that. And then that die, because we did open a door with 4, goes on here. And then, yes, I can roll this for traps because it's got the trap symbol there. So I'm going to use these to try and disenchant. I need to get an 8 or more. Yes, I've got it. More than enough. I've succeeded. I don't take any penalties because I've got the 8. Now I can take this as, I can take it as another skill, and if I roll an agility die I can place it here to then take another 2 yellow die to roll for combat. I can use it as experience points, or I can tuck it under the card here for magic. Let's go with experience points. So I have 3 of the 7 already. Put those back there. What can we do? What should we go for? We need to spend another 2 of these, and we're going to explore, like so. Then we need to spend another 2. As you can see, we go through the cards quickly. So we can attack one of these, or we can try this one. I think we'll try this one. It's another. It is another trap. However, it can give us another agility dice. Let us. I still can't do anything with the agility. I don't have enough. So it's going to have to be Club of the Lugs. So we're going to have to lose 2 time. 1, 2. And then we're going to have to use our yellow die, our combat dice. But we can use our Valiant dice. It allows us to use it on combat or traps. And of course that's a trap. So we need to get an 8. Let's hope we can get an 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, more than enough. More than enough to cover that. So we were successful. We do not take any hits or anything. And I'm going to use this as an item, as agility. And place it there. Which means I immediately get another agility die. Right. Next turn. Again, we move 1, 2. Let's have a look. We have 2 agility die and this black die, and we can use this dice against so I am going to I think I'm going to go with a playground. Oh no, 4 per open door, so that'll be 4, 8, 12. So I need to get 12 in the armour box before I even start filling up the rest of these. No, I'm going to explore. So then again I'm going to turn over another 2. Now we've come to the end of the stairs. We've come to the end. We're at the stairs. Okay, now you do not have to go to the stairs. I've done 2. Did I do 2 there? To turn this over. I think I'm going to run. I'm going to run away. I think these are a bit too much for me on this level. I'm going to run. Because I've no more cards to turn over now, that is the end of the first floor. So what you do is you gather these up, like so. Shuffle them all back again. And I knew I'd forget. I've been forgetting all this round. Is that you need to fill these boxes in. You need to fill these boxes in as well as what's on these cards. And I've been forgetting that, and I knew I would. I'm going to try my best to remember. You need to fill these boxes in. So I've shuffled them, like so. Those go back on top. We move down 1. So what's going to happen at the start of the turn, which I'll do next episode, is we're going to turn over another 5 cards because we're on the next floor. Then we're going to turn over another 2 cards. Then we need to explore, and I must remember to fill these boxes in. Right, so there you have it. We've just gone past 1 floor. I've cheated a bit by not filling the boxes in, but you know, that's how it goes. I have an extra item. I cannot get any more items according to this. I can only have 1 item, which I have tucked in, and 2 skills. I have 1 skill here, and we just need another one. We can't go more than that. And we have 3 out of 7 experience points. So, on to level 2. This is how you play One Deck Dungeon without cheating. I'll try my best to remember it for the next episode, but until then I will catch you guys later.